Are you going to the Singapore Grand Prix for the first time? Are you looking for any helpful advice or any tips from someone who's actually been to the Singapore Grand Prix before? Hi, my name is Lauren. I have been to 4 Grand Prix so far, 3 in Australia, 1 in Singapore, and I will be at the Singapore Grand Prix later this year. By no means am I an expert on actually going to a Grand Prix. However, these are just some of the things that have actually helped me whenever I've gone to a Grand Prix before. Hello from the future. I just wanted to actually come on here before this video starts and just do a minor announcement here, but just a bit of also advertising. If you have the social media platform that goes FB, I am actually a moderator on a group called Singapore F1 Grand Prix Tips and Advice. It is the largest Singapore Grand Prix related group on the FB platform. And I have a little bit of a minor announcement. I was recently made a moderator on now. So if you have any questions or any advice, please come over and we can help you out as much as we possibly can. We are a very friendly group. We also have meetups organized throughout the Grand Prix weekend and also discounts as well at certain businesses. So if this interests you, please come on over and we will help you out as much as we can. Back to the video. So this here is actually something that I have been actually asked quite a few times over the last few weeks since I've been doing these tips and tricks for the Singapore Grand Prix. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to actually have a bit of a discussion about this, but obviously just have a little bit of an expectation for some folks out there who think that this is a possible thing for them. And the question is, can I meet my favorite driver at the Singapore Grand Prix? And well, there's a bit of a hard question about this, and there's a bit of a which driver it might be. Now, the rule of thumb that I usually go with is the older the driver and also the more world championships they have, the harder it is to actually get an autograph from them. Now, the best place to actually meet one of the drivers is at the paddock entry. And the paddock entry will be actually located on the Google Maps link that I have actually put down in the description box below. And it actually has a lot of places that are actually very useful for the Singapore Grand Prix, particularly if you are going for the first time. Has everything from gates to closest convenience stores to closest MRT stations, all the way through to where your grandstand is and also where is the paddock entry. However, if you want to actually do the paddock entry to actually try and meet your favorite driver, be prepared. Be prepared for standing in all weathers for long hours. I'm talking about both at the start of the day and the end of the day. Now, because the Formula One kind of circus we're talking about here actually runs on UK time, a lot of these drivers and a lot of the staff as well will be actually operating up until 4 o'clock in the morning Singapore time. So that's why I'm saying be prepared to wait it out for long hours. And this could be in all weathers as well. And when I also say be prepared as well, be prepared to set yourself up for disappointment as well, because there is an off chance that the driver that you are particularly wanting to see might not stop at all. And I say this not to deter people, and I say this not to dissuade people as well. I say this because this is actually a very hard reality that a lot of people may not get, may not understand, or may actually have some belief with very high expectations as well. Now, like I said, the more world championships they have, the older the driver is, and even in some cases, the bigger their social media following is, the less likely you will actually see that particular driver. And I say that because for a lot of these drivers, the excitement of actually fan interactions has pretty much worn off them. And now with the huge surge in numbers with fandom after the advent of Drive to Survive, the reality is it's such an intense fan culture and such high expectations that some drivers just really don't do it anymore. So if you do actually get to meet a driver, you've had more opportunity than many other fans have to actually meet that particular driver. And since the advent of Drive to Survive, the other thing that's actually happened is this toxic fan culture where expectations are so high that they think that it's completely okay to go and either A, follow that particular driver around the city to find them, or B, expect that they can actually meet their favorite driver by walking into the lift with them at their hotel. I can understand the excitement to want to actually meet your favorite driver, and I can understand the excitement of doing something like that. However, these drivers are actually on pretty tight schedules, and not every driver actually has the same schedule. So you trying to actually run around the city trying to bail them up at every opportunity, that makes them late for events, it makes them late for their team meetings, it can actually make them late to other things that are actually very important to the Grand Prix. Now, think about this, they can actually get fined by the FIA for being late. Now, if I probably turned you off completely after all of my hard reality over wanting to meet your favorite driver, and you've decided, no, I just want to see them, I don't want to actually go and meet them, well, on the Friday and the Saturday at the Wharf stage in Zone 1 will be the fan forum, where you can actually see the F1 drivers. They'll talk to somebody up on stage, who's usually somebody like Ariana Bravo, and what they'll do is they'll just discuss things like what's going to be happening for that weekend, or any news that might have actually come out during the last few weeks, or whatever it might be. Usually it's pretty lighthearted. They might engage with the fans. They might actually give out team merchandise. Now, if you do want to actually be as up close and possible today, be at gate 1 as early as possible. Now, for example, I got to gate 1 last year at about 10:30, and I was front row, however I was not right in the middle. Currently, at the time of recording, days and times are still to be confirmed on which driver will be out on what day. However, this video was made not to dissuade anybody, but what I'm trying to do is give you a really realistic expectation, because although some drivers do actually stop and do give autographs and photos, for example, some drivers do not, and in some cases you have better luck actually trying to catch a unicorn than what you do trying to actually find your particular favorite driver. So I hope that this advice will actually help you and actually give you some sort of idea of what to expect, and also where to actually try and find your favorite driver. Peace out, guys.